Hey everybody, clearing pink rose quartz again. All right, so today we're going to get into what do the divine masculines think of the divine feminine's evolution. So let's begin. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. How are the divine masculines viewing the divine feminines on this journey? How are they seeing the evolution of the divine feminine through this journey? So, that can be compared to how they used to see you, or it can be in contrast to other energies where the divine feminine is at developmentally in the department of love. So let's see how the divine masculines are viewing the feminine. What can we see emotionally? How are the divine masculines viewing the divine feminines emotionally? The evolution, emotional evolution. Ooh, okay. So we get 3 piles. The High Priest. So the things you say are uncanny. They're tuned in. They are bang on, I just heard. They are keys of consciousness. They're seeing that you say things that are so profound in flow, and it seems to come out of nowhere, and it changes their lives. You have brought them messages, or the things that you've said have been confirmed in synchronistic ways, is what I'm hearing. And then we get the 9 of Wands in the reverse. This is usually perseverance, steps in the process towards a goal. In the inverse, I'm really getting that they see you as having this effortlessness. You don't have to persevere to execute plans, to slog away at things. It's like you make it seem easy. You make even the hardest tasks seem like they're no thing. This is emotionally. They feel like you are a virtuoso. So whether they say this to you or not, they do get it. They do get that your capacity to navigate emotions is unparalleled, second to none. I just heard. And there's the Psychic Insightful card. So this is it was face down, and it just surprised me. It fell in my lap here. So they do know that your intuition is on point. They know that you are embodied, that you are spirit-led, that you're guided in a way. This would imply that they know that you've mastered your emotions, that you have true unconditional love, that your motive is unconditional love. It's not an ulterior agenda. Okay, so that's what they see emotionally. What do they think of the feminine's evolution on the conscious mind? We are getting High Priestess. You know when to take action. You know when to contribute, when to keep your mouth shut. You know when to say something. You just know things, and you use your consciousness wisely. You are essential, I heard. Essential in their lives and essential in your mode of communication. You're not at that karmic developmental stage where you have to monologue to get to a baseline of something. You internally process or have done a lot of internal growth, and now you can speak from that place when it's appropriate. What are they seeing the evolution in the physical? I just heard time will tell. Judgment in the reverse. This is the awakening, the proof in the physical realm. So the jury's still out. Like, not everything has been seen. So for many divine feminines, you're still in the process of reconciling your spiritual and emotional and mental prowess in the physical. So there are still things that need to be grounded, to be landed, rites of passage, legal matters, transition, living situation, all manner of custody, divorce, legal separations, family, generational things, religious things. There are so many things that the divine masculines are still waiting to see how it will play out, so that it's a profound confirmation. So for many divine feminines, you have either shared with your divine masculine something that you intend on executing in your 3D, and they're still waiting to see if you're going to follow through with it, or waiting for that result that you have said that you're going for. So the 3D is the densest layer, so they're not wrong to sort of like just wait and see. We'll see, we'll cross that bridge when it comes, I just heard. Okay, let's get one card of advice for the divine feminines who just heard those messages. This and that are true. So divine feminines, oh, I think there's a second card here, and take time to heal. So yeah, remember, these are your divine masculines' perspectives, perceptions, and that you are meant to keep healing, to keep going, to keep focusing. You have all the time you need. Everything that's playing out in the 3D, all of it is true. We can be autonomous on this journey, and just take all the time you need. Measure that by your physical energy, by the things actually playing out in the 3D. You're not going to run out of time on this journey. It needs to be authentic though. So focus on everything that you need so that you are truly actually on a stable footing going forward, because you can manifest various timelines based on what your beliefs are. So you can get up in fear or be in love, and it will be two vastly different course of action. So it's not a warning so much as a reminder here that you manifest your reality based on how you think of things and what you do about the things you're thinking about through those perceptions. Good stuff. Okay, let's flip the tables and see what the divine feminines are witnessing regarding the divine masculines. What is it looking like to the divine feminines? How are the divine masculines evolving emotionally? Wow, so many just came out. Magician and Fool. Okay, so we had this one first. So 3 bundles for the masculines too. Divine feminines are seeing that the divine masculines are learning how to juggle the emotions, that they do theoretically, logistically have all the tools they need. Everything, a little bit from each of the 4 suits here is represented. So the masculines have it all before them, and now they're in training. So divine masculines, your divine feminines, feel like you have what is needed to start growing in confidence, to make those healthy changes, to see clearly, to affect your destiny. Emotionally, they feel like you've figured out how your emotions connect in various scenarios in your life, and that you are being intuitively guided and being given opportunities from the divine, from the universe, to gain your confidence in these things. Divine feminines feel like you're not quite ready for this new leap of faith beginning, or it would have happened already, but that you're working on it, that you're preparing for it. And so communication is key, I'm hearing. Divine feminines know that when you're actually ready, you're going to be much more, I'm remembering the reading from yesterday, much more forthcoming, more frank with your feminine and all those around you. You're going to be able to articulate the things that you need to clearly, matter of fact, in stride, so that this new beginning can flow. So they know that you're not taking that leap of faith yet because they don't feel like you're quite emotionally there yet for whatever reason. So it's interesting, the masculines are looking at the physical layer for the feminines as the not quite there yet layer, and the feminines are looking at, so far, this emotional layer as not having been quite there yet. So it might be a little bit of this mirroring going on. The feminine the DF polarity does tend to be the emotional, and the masculine does tend to be the physical. And so that does check out that the feminine and masculine are perceiving the other to be sort of not quite there yet in the polar opposite spectrum. The divine feminines are also seeing that the divine masculines are not taking action right now, but they know more than the feminines have been shown from the masculines. Like the masculines have more kinetic energy towards the connection than they've led on to. There's been this bit of holding back, secrecy, strategy, self-interest. And then we have this justified energy, the Justice card. So the divine feminines observe that the masculines are waiting to be impeccable with what is justified. They're not taking action, but they do feel like the divine masculines are, they have secret strategies. They have secret agendas, not necessarily bad, but they're not disclosing that to anyone until the time is right. And so, yeah, divine masculines, your divine feminine is on to you about maybe some of the things that you're saying or not saying, being wise, being appropriate. Divine feminines are kind of letting go of the impatience of that and trusting the divine masculine's wisdom a little bit more, but they do feel like you are withholding and being stoic, I just heard. That you're developing your very high standards, that you're working on being sure and owning it, I just heard. So yeah, this strategy for when it's justified, taking this leap of faith forward. So they do feel like you are still preparing to come forward, and it seems to be a bit of an emotional issue they perceive. What are the divine feminines thinking of the masculine evolution on the conscious mind? Yeah, they feel like you've been going through major aha moments, epiphanies, roadblocks from the universe, that things haven't necessarily gone your way. They feel like there's going to be some big eye-opener energies coming in. They feel like there's still secrets. There are things hidden from you subconsciously. They do feel like you're not aware of everything. They do feel like there's something around the corner that's going to shift your course of action. Divine masculines, your divine feminine does actually feel like you're going to get a wake-up call from the universe, a reality check that you might not see coming. So your divine feminine does feel like you are a little bit misguided regarding how your subconscious connects with your conscious mind, and that you won't be able to remain in that naive energy much longer. Okay. What are the divine feminines seeing about the masculines, or perceiving about the divine masculine's physical? That there will be victory in the future, that divine masculines, you are in hermit mode about the bigger things, the meaning of life, the destined path, and that you're also really working the puzzle of sexual connection, of ghosting, of being a stronger character. I just heard you are evolving, you're becoming more spiritual. They see you making some sort of proclamation or changes in the physical, and they do feel like you are going through this deep transformation because of the journey, because of the connection, and they do feel like you will be victorious in this, in the physical, but they see you going from more of a, dare I say, player energy to more of a rise above, and focus on a deeper calling, a deeper purpose in life, that you will hold your own. Okay, what can we see? Advice for the divine masculines that may have heard this reading. That's way too many. What can we see? Thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the divine masculines? Trust in the magic and be here now. So there's a deep need to just keep, taking that leap of faith that everything happens for a reason, this internalized presence, not projecting too much into the future, not worrying too much about the past, just doing that check-in right now. and allowing for things to be as free, magical, aware, conscious in the moment right now, divine masculines. That will keep you pointed in the right direction. Keep your sails to the winds of change and to be able to navigate that. Okay, let's do a divine masculine check-in. So thank you, divine creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the divine masculines? How are they feeling about the connection at this time? What are they feeling on the heart space for their divine feminine? What is the wish the divine masculines are understanding on their heart for the connection at this time? What actions are being taken? What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? What is the spirit guided solution for overcoming that challenge? Where are the connections going in the near future? And what else can we see for the feminines? Okay, conscious mind for the connection. 6 of Wands, that's the same card we just had for the masculines, how the feminines were viewing there was going to be victory coming forward. So the divine masculines also agree that it's not a full victorious outward show. This can be also public knowledge of the connection, so they are very aware that this connection for some reason is not common knowledge, and we get authority. So I'm getting 2 messages. They feel like they've never been more sure that it's up to them whether they should publicly disclose this connection or not, or how it would gel with their friends and family to know about this connection. They also are still subscribing to some external authority, possibly internal, some perspective that they can't bring this connection fully out into the open yet. For some reason, there's still a stigma, there's still a prejudice, there's still something running the show that cannot allow this to be victorious. See what else we can get. 3 of Wands. They are starting to open up to the idea that this might be fluff, that it might not be a legitimate reason, that they can have more control over whatever this is and be able to be more of an authority of their own life. It's like they're growing up and seeing that they are able to lead this, and that there aren't legitimate reasons why this connection can't be public knowledge, that it's kind of been their own insecurity that has limited it and projected. So they are getting a little bit more impatient. I think what I'm getting here is that they are feeling into a triangulation of what they thought was you holding back the connection. They're also being more first person accountable for the ways that they've held back the connection, and they're questioning their reality about what is legit. Is it legit to downplay this or pretend it's not as significant as it is for these other influences, or should they just go for it? There's something really mega like that they are realizing they could just pull the curtain up and allow others to know more about this connection. I just heard to introduce you to somebody in their social circle, to be more open. I'm getting for some that somebody in a seat of authority in the divine masculine's life has snooped or asked about you, divine feminine, and so it came a little sooner than they realized that they needed to speak on who this is, that kind of a thing. I'm not getting a bad feeling. I'm not getting that they fully disclosed the connection, however. Okay, how are the divine masculines feeling on the heart space? Oh, for those who are very well recognized in your divine masculine's life, this is the kind of thing like the divine masculines didn't go into a future vision for the 2 of you, with these others that were maybe inquiring, are you going to propose? Are you going to live together? Those kinds of things. So take it as it resonates. The divine masculines didn't fully disclose how intensely they love you and align with you and feel for you, divine feminine. But it impressed upon them as to why not? Why didn't I? Why did I hold back? Why did I feel like I was put on the spot? So there's an internal conviction there that is causing them to really rethink how big of a deal these stigmas that they've been carrying actually are or not. Beautiful. Okay, so what are we seeing on the heart space? Patience. So this Three of Wands in the reverse is also kind of like lacking patience, and then we have patience in the reverse as well. So there's an urgency here today, and altruism. So divine masculines, it's like the martyr energy, the people pleasing. They've been giving away their power, trying to be the good guy, trying to look like they've got it all together, they're successful. And here it's like they're trying to find the pure, the blameless justification for this connection. They can't find a transactional reason to have this connection. Like, they can't tell others why they love you. For instance, they can't put their finger on it. And so it just really comes down to that they love you. There is no exchange that they can pinpoint that is offered here. Altruism is talking about being completely selfless, and so they just love you, and there's no way that they can put their finger on why. It's not anything you offer them, it's not things you do for them, it's not any of it, and vice versa. There's no reason you should love them. They're really getting to the essence of this connection. On the heart space, it's like this immediate and full knowing they just love without anything in return, or without needing anything in return, and that's the love, the kind of love that you offer, divine feminine. The Hierophant in the reverse. So yeah, it's unconditional, it's not traditional, it is unconventional. There is a woman on this High Priest card, and in the reverse to boot. This is like nothing normal or expected or status quo about this connection. It defies logic, it defies everything. And so the divine masculines are in this epiphany of it just being love. Oh, that is sweet. What is it we can see about the masculine's wishes for this connection? Queen of Swords and commitment. They haven't found the right time to talk about how... Okay, so this is like the conversation about commitment. The Queen of Swords is the first-hand experience that knows directly from experience what scenarios are. They know the inner workings of life experience, basically. In the reverse, the masculines want to have a conversation about commitment, about the bond, about the acknowledgement of the love, but they're not sure how to approach it because it's so atypical. And right, it needs to be devoid of ego. Strength in the reverse is ego, letting the ego down, the power struggles, the transactional stuff. And I know I've had it in the comments before that transactional relationships, every relationship is transactional, but we can have it with just a pure exchange of actual authentic love, or we can have agendas. So we're talking about codependency-free transactions. So exchanges of energy, that's a transaction. We're not getting into semantics here, but you know, the codependent things, when it's not about the core connection, it's about the surface level things or what people can offer, that stuff has gone away. So this is a very genuine celebration of just connection, which defies all of the rules and regulations because it exists regardless of those things, and it stands the test of time. So divine masculines do want to acknowledge this. They want to make sure that you know that they feel that way. I do feel some tears for some divine masculines that you have stood by them and been committed through the thick and thin. It's kind of stunning to the majority of them right now, because it's coming up in the collective reads that you have never abandoned them, that they're seeing it's been their perception at times that you have had every cause to do so, and yet you have found some miraculous way to just continue onward with them, regardless of how clumsy they've been communicating and all of that. Okay, what is the direction of the connection, or what action are they taking? Ooh, these revolutions about this is stunning, because this was one of the major energies in yesterday's reading about the pairs of revolutions, the feminine and masculine vantage point that we have been going on this evolutionary journey by having these cyclical experiences that honor the feminine perspective and the masculine perspective on certain topics, and how that relates to reciprocity and having both fulfilled on the journey as people coming into their own understanding what needs are, and if those are being met or not, or if needs even exist. So this is all that deep honoring of the sacred. They are still looking at this. They're balancing it out. They're seeing the big picture. They're carefully considering the feedback they've gotten from you through your words, through your actions, through their words, through their actions. They're seeing ways that they have given to you that have not been acknowledged even by them, I just heard. There's a real reconciliation because they're seeing things in non-linear terms. They're seeing energy. They're seeing the energetic patterns. They're seeing things, contributions that are actions speaking louder than words. They're paying attention to the subtle things. They're sorting the energies profoundly right now. Exactly. They're juggling, they're weighing it out, they're looking at it from one side and then the other. This is such a major theme for the divine masculines. Introspection, I just heard, about the actions speaking louder than words from both sides of this. It's a big deal for them right now. What's the biggest challenge for the masculines at this time? Two of Wands and initiative. Yeah, taking that leap, going forward, leaving the comfort zone, leaving a past paradigm way of looking at things, a living situation, a romantic partnership, initiating this growth for the next level towards actually speaking their true happiness out. They're starting to understand what really makes them happy and what's falling short in their life. They're no longer wanting to pretend that everything is fine. They know they crave growth. So that's the challenge right now, is initiating this new growth towards actual fulfillment, of which you are part of that, because nobody does it like you do, who do that voodoo that you do so well, divine feminine. They can't find that anywhere else, and they know that it makes their heart sing, I just heard. And so they've got to reconsider the things that they thought were appropriate and that they should hang on to and prioritize. because they can't find that zing with you, or without you. They can't find it in other locations, and so they know they're going to have to investigate what the heck this is with you, even though it's completely counterintuitive for them. What's the solution for divine masculines? Discrimination. Ooh. And King of Swords in the reverse. So divine masculines, you're going to have to really look at how you've discriminated against this relationship. I need to find the guidebook. Where is it? It's buried. I'm just going to go with it. The King of Swords in the reverse is something totally unfair. It's unjust. It's a lie. It's games playing. It's just flat out not a truth. And so divine masculines, there's been discrimination. In this connection, you have resisted this connection because you have had a prejudice in some way against it. And it's time to get real. Ooh, I'm feeling all fired up, like the universe wants to say, get a grip, divine masculines. Oh my freaking God, because this is your freaking Empress. Whoa. It's like, I've never had this message come so clearly. Divine masculines, you have discriminated against the Empress. You've been wrong. Whoa, that's a very gutsy thing to say, but that, this should give you the push. It's like you're going to bungee jump and the universe is saying that the universe sees you kind of on the fence whether or not to take the initiation, the leap of faith towards your feminine, and boom, we get the solution is flat out, you have discriminated and been wrong about your Empress. Now go forward. If you've been waiting for a sign, divine masculines, that might have been it. What is the direction of this connection? King of Wands, artfulness. Now that you have full permission to take that leap from the universe, divine masculines, be that King of Wands, the shaman, the diplomat under heaven. Tap into the artfulness of this, and I just heard make love to your feminine like an artist. Don't hold back. Go all in. Connect. Create the foundation. Go forward with an artistic outlet, agenda in mind. Put each piece of this puzzle going forward on this high level of artistry, empowerment, consciousness. So divine feminines, there is a mutual contribution here that you're being asked to match. This is the masculine coming forward as a king. But we are also seeing a feminine on this horse bringing justified reciprocity as the masculines utilize this artistry to initiate true physical, soul level connection. We are seeing the energies shifting, and so these are the energies ripe for exploration in the collective right now. Let's see the advice we can get for the feminines watching this. What can we see? What can we see going forward? Time to let go. So let go of all of your known universe. Keep open. Don't be in waiting energy, but don't be legalistic. Don't be cut and dry, black and white. Whatever you want to say there, just flow. Time to let go of thinking you know what's right and wrong. Trust your heart. Throw out the overthinking. Drop into the heart. Feel your way through. Don't overthink, divine feminines. Time to let go of your expectations and attachments and just meet what is showing up in your reality at all times with what is justified to respond. Accurately view what is available, what is there, what is showing up, what is manifesting, and respond to it in an appropriate way. More so than ever, your yes, and your no being your no. Let go of needing to figure it all out and trust your heart in every moment more and more. What can we see for the divine masculines? We are getting, you are never alone. So yeah, divine masculines, venture out autonomously. Don't settle, divine masculines. You don't have to be afraid. You are never alone. You will always have everything that you need. And remember, I'm hearing your divine feminine has never abandoned you. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now.